The reason nobody has chosen you yet is because you need them to need you, and it's making them not want you. I remember in 2019, I had gotten into this relationship with this person back when I was dating women, and I was infatuated with this person. I thought she was like the greatest thing on earth. She had status, she had significance, she had this big social media following. I thought she was everything. And back in the day, I had zero self worth, zero self confidence. I hated myself. I thought that there was nothing good about me. And so when this person chose me, I didn't understand it, even though reflecting back, she wasn't better than me at all. But when you're insecure, you think that anybody choosing you, anybody wanting to be with you is this really massive accomplishment. And so I got with this person and I didn't understand why they wanted to be with me. And instead of actually recognizing my worth, instead of actually understanding any value that I had to offer, what I tried to do is I tried to be useful because I didn't think there was anything to me. I didn't think I was valuable. I didn't think I had anything, anything. I hated myself. So when you're in a situation like that, what are you going to do? You do anything you can to make this person stay because your biggest fear is, what if they leave? And so I didn't want her to leave. And so I did anything and everything that I could to ensure that I was needed, that I could be there. Anytime a text was sent, I responded right back immediately. Anytime she wanted to hang out, I was available, no matter what. Didn't matter what I was doing, didn't matter who I was with. I only saw this person once a month, and we were together for a year, and she made no time to see me and honestly didn't even really care about me. But I, I felt significant because they wanted me. They chose me. And so to make them stay, I made sure I was available no matter what. Why do we do shit like this? Why do we put ourselves in situations where, number one, we see ourselves so negatively, and then number two, we don't see our worth, and so we basically cut pieces off of ourselves and give it to other people? The reason I did this was because I wanted to be needed more than I wanted to be wanted. Because I didn't think there was anything about me to want. I didn't think I had any redeeming qualities. I didn't think there was anything good about me. I didn't understand why this person wanted to be with me. And I put them on such a fucking pedestal that they didn't earn, that I wasn't going to do anything to jeopardize it. I'm not going to bring up a hard conversation. I'm not going to say, hey, why are you not investing any time into seeing me? Why does no one in your family know about me? Why do none of your friends know about me? Why are you hiding me? I understand now, 6 years later, why, but back then I didn't get it. I didn't understand what was so wrong with me. I assumed it was a me problem. I assumed that I must be doing something wrong. There must be this terrible thing about me. I already believed it and the relationship validated it. There must be something terribly wrong with me. So let me do anything and everything I can to be needed. I'm going to make myself so good, they're going to feel like they need me. It was a fucking trap. It was a fucking trap because basically by doing that, what I did was I validated within myself that nobody would ever actually choose me. Nobody would ever actually want to be with me. I had no inherent value and significance. And so instead of actually questioning, well, why do I feel like this? Why am I having such a hard time with this? Why do I feel so bad about myself? It's let me prove to this person that I'm good enough for them, make them need me, make myself so clingy and dependent upon them that they're never going to want to leave. That's not love. That's manipulation. That's not love. It's manipulation. When you feel like shit about yourself and you are contorting situations and bending backwards and denying your own truth and putting people up on fucking pedestals that they did not earn, you are engaging in manipulation. And nobody wants to be manipulated. And you know what the worst part about it is? We're doing it to ourselves. Why do we do this? Why do we put ourselves in situations where we're manipulating ourselves? We believe we have no self worth. We believe that this person is so much better than us, and therefore we have to do anything and everything we can to be needed. It's because we don't believe that anyone would actually choose us on their own accord. I've done this more times than I can count. I haven't just done this in this one specific relationship, and that was a goddamn shit show. I was in that relationship for a year, and this person didn't value me at all. Not in front of my face. Behind the scenes, I know she did, and she was afraid that I would realize my worth and leave, and she didn't want anyone seeing that she was with the hawk girl or whatever the fuck. But she was playing a game too, and I couldn't recognize it. And so I was bending backwards, trying to make myself be needed because I didn't think that anybody would choose me. And the shitty thing about this is why we do this, it's because we're not choosing ourselves. I had no self worth. I had no self worth. I thought nothing of myself. I thought I was useless. I thought I was a fucking waste of space. I didn't think that anybody would actually ever want to be with me. So, number one, I settled for people who didn't give a shit about me. And then number two, I did anything and everything that I could to make them stay. You know what happens when you do stuff like that? You convince this person that you don't matter and they don't have to put any effort into you. You are convincing them by your behavior that you don't matter and they don't have to put any additional effort into you. So they're not gonna. They're not gonna put any extra effort. They're not gonna go out of their way because what they're learning is, oh, I don't have to do shit. I made this person think I'm amazing. And they're fighting for my attention. They're fighting for me and my love and my affection. So if I pull away, they're going to fight even harder. They're going to do even more. They're going to do basically whatever the hell I want because they want me that badly. And you're sitting there thinking, oh my God, they're pulling away. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to invest more energy. I need to invest more attention. So you're basically playing this cat and mouse game of, I'm not good enough. Let me do more. And the other person is thinking, oh my God, I'm the shit. This person's going to do whatever I want. Let me keep playing these mind games. Do you see how fucked up that is? Do you see how insane that is? But you can't see it when you're in it. You think you're going crazy. It's like you already think you're this terrible person and then this person is acting this way. So then you're validating your own belief that there's something wrong with you when that's not even true. But you're so convinced that it is that you are making it true. You are so convinced that it's true that you are making it true. The only way you get out of this is by building a backbone. Easier said than done. But how do you actually do that? How do you get to a place where you actually develop a backbone and you feel good about yourself because you believe that you have value? There was this situation that I was in. I was at the gym, and this was years ago. I would never fucking tolerate this again. But I was at the gym, and there was this older gentleman that was there, and we had developed a friendly relationship. And again, I wanted to be needed because I didn't think anyone was going to choose me. So I basically had no self respect, no self worth, no self belief, nothing. I just wanted to be wanted. And so there was this older gentleman at the gym, and we had become friendly. And there was this day where we were talking to a group of people at the gym, and he kissed me on the forehead. And I was like, did this motherfucker really just do that? Did this dude just kiss me on the forehead? Are you out of your fucking mind? But he did. Why did he think he could do that? Why did he think it was okay for him not only to be in my orbit, but to touch me, and not even to touch me, to kiss me on the forehead? Because I made him think it was okay. I didn't have a backbone. I didn't put any boundaries around myself because I didn't respect myself enough to say, do not touch me. We can be friendly, we can say hello, but don't ever put your hands on me. And a situation like that actually happened again recently with the same guy. He came behind me. I was in the middle of a set and he put his hand on my back. And I looked at him with like death in my eyes. And I was like, do not put your hands on me. And he was like, whoa, whoa, what? I was like, don't do that. I don't like that. He's like, oh, well, I'm trying to get your attention. I'm like, don't do that. You can say hello, but don't put your hands on me. I developed a spine. I developed a backbone. If you are watching this, you probably aren't at that space yet, and that's okay. I wasn't either. It took me years to get to the point where I could do that. And I felt like shit afterwards because I'm like, I don't want to be perceived as a bitch. I don't want to be perceived in this negative light, but I need to respect me more than I want this person to like me, more than I want this person to choose me, more than I want this person to need me. I need to need me. And when I need me, other people will choose me. That's the truth. And it's uncomfortable because we don't want to have to go through that process. We want to feel as though people will just inherently see our value and choose us. And the truth is, nobody's going to see your value until you see it yourself. Nobody is going to see your value until you see it yourself. And then what you do is you hold that energy so well and you don't put up with shit and you set firm boundaries and you actually have self-respect. And then people will actually want you, not need you. There's a difference between being needed and being chosen. Being needed is, I'm not worthy. I'm not enough. So let me be everything for this person. Let me be their mother, their father, their sister, their best friend, their confidant, their lover, their therapist, their electrician, their priest, whatever. Let me do everything I can to be needed. But that's not real love. Real love isn't being needed. Real love is being chosen. And nobody is going to choose you until you choose yourself, until you need you. And you get so good at meeting your own needs that you don't ever need another person. And then you can actually have a healthy, sustainable relationship. And that's what I did. And now my friendships and my relationships are better than they've ever been because I respect me. I don't put up with shit anymore, or at least not the way that I used to. And I never will again. So here's what you do. Here's how you start. If you want a simple thing to start, here's what you do. Write down what your needs are. And I know this might be challenging because a lot of us, if you're watching this, you probably don't know what you need. You've probably neglected yourself so badly that you don't actually know what it is that you need. So take a piece of paper out and I want you to write down, what are 3 things that if I actually gave myself permission to acknowledge, I need? And then go find a way to meet them on your own accord. What you will start to see is that you have needs and they matter. And if you start to believe that they matter, you'll start to believe that you matter. And then you'll start to expect that from other people. If you don't want to be treated like a doormat anymore, if you don't want people to feel like, if you don't want to feel like shit all the time, and if you want people to respect you, what you have to do, and what I did, is you have to build it from within yourself first. This is where therapy is really, really critical. This is where having someone who can guide you through this is really critical. I know a lot of people maybe aren't ready to start there yet, so start here. And what I want everybody to do is drop a comment down below on what those 3 needs were and how you went about meeting them. If you can start small, if you can start right here where you are, I guarantee you will stop needing other people to need you. You will start to need yourself, and then you will allow yourself to be chosen. Because being chosen is where real love lies.